Developer Eric Chahi certainly has a unique style when it comes to video games. When I was growing up, I spent countless hours with his 1991 PC game, Another World, which was known for its striking visuals, but what did it for me was its stance on gameplay. No instructions and no hand-holding, all in an alien world where you kind of wish you had a hand to hold. And nearly 30 years later, it's obvious that this is a stance that Mr. Chahi is intent on repeating in his newest game, PlayStation VR exclusive, Paper Beast. Paper Beast introduces us to a world quite unlike any we've ever seen before. There's an implication that everything we're experiencing is just some kind of computer simulation, but with no explicit narrative, there's quite a bit of room for interpretation here. Big empty deserts, caves, and mountains are populated by Paper Beast's most charming asset, the wildlife. They're constructed of folded paper, like origami. They have their own behavioral patterns and are generally unfazed by your presence. That said, you have quite a bit of control over the world around you. Your move controllers function as telekinetic wands, with the ability to grab most of the creatures and uproot the plant life, move them, fling them, or do whatever it takes to progress. The visual style here is something of a mixed bag. Initially, the vast wide open environments seem artistic and refreshing, but being forced to click around them as a formless entity is a pretty good way to kill the immersion fast. And while some areas look above average and full of life, many more look static and stale. What nearly makes up for this is just how malleable this world is. Sand can be swept away, walls can be built, and certain items can give you the ability to melt ice or freeze water. Paper Beast is a collection of 23 levels, each with a different puzzle to solve. Sometimes the puzzle is just figuring out how to proceed, while later stages will have you assisting creatures to the exit. But every level has a hidden rainbow glob that unlocks items in the sandbox mode, where you can mess around with the creatures, terraforming, and create your own miniature ecosystem. It's fun for a few minutes, but then the novelty wears off and I can't really see myself going back for any reason other than to pick up the last few trophies I missed, which I think is a problem that extends to the overall adventure as well. At about 3.5 hours, it's not terribly long. I got stuck a lot and was just never fascinated with the world nearly as much as I was during the first few minutes. There's something here, but the basic concepts like terraforming and exploring the habits of the wildlife never feel completely fleshed out. Like Another World before it, Paper Beast never holds your hand, and for that I'm thankful. It made the few standout puzzles far more satisfying to complete, and helped enhance my understanding of the world that Eric Chahi and the Pixel Reef team created. But after finishing Paper Beast and toying around with the sandbox, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was a tech demo that never quite got made into a complete game. Is it cool? Certainly. Is it finished? I honestly don't think that it is.